Okay, well, we're back for another Friday night disaster report. Been a few weeks. Keep thinking we're going to make more videos, and we seem to make fewer. But anyways, been pretty busy. Working on all kinds of projects and customers' jobs and you name it. Stuff coming in. Got another truck here that we picked up, and we'll show you that, what we're going to do with it. Anyway, as far as disasters go, we had the little tow there, the old Ford 7.3, decided to eat a valve there a couple of weeks ago. So didn't have another head for it, and the guides were real bad. We might be able to get away with machine. I talked to the engine shop. They're not sure if they can fix it or not. So we that was on a Sunday morning. So we brought in the old 2002 Cavalier that had a bad head gasket on it and checked the head, and it had about 20 thousandths warp in it. So we put that on the mill and planed that up. Had a gasket set sitting here for a while, so we put that together. And of course, two holes in the block decided to strip out, so we had to fix those. And then we went to start it, wouldn't start. And it had been running when it came in, just only on 2 cylinders. So we checked things over, found out fuel pump had gone bad on her setting, stuck. So on by now it was Tuesday morning, 2 weeks ago, maybe more, and we had to go into Lloyd and pick up a new fuel pump and put that in, and away she went. She's running good ever since, doing about 35 miles a gallon. So that's a lot easier on the cash flow than running a Ford around that's doing about 20 miles a gallon, which is not bad for a Ford diesel, but still a lot more fuel. So anyways, the little tow's been parked, and we've been running the Cavalier, so we'll show you that. And then we picked up another truck. In the meantime, we've been trying to get back on other projects, and got a little bit of machining done on some projects to lead up to getting more done on the South Bend project, because we had to build a backing plate to mount the chuck to the dividing head for cutting the teeth on the cross shaft drive for the cross slide. And we also have to build tailstock. We found tailstock, but the guy won't ship to Canada. He says he doesn't like Canadians. Whatever. So anyways, we got some of that done. We got the basic blocks cut out and machined for squared up for the tailstock, and did that on the shaper. We didn't get any footage of it. We just did it one evening here, and got her done up. So we still got to finish machining them, put them together, drill the holes, put a spindle in it, all that kind of stuff. But the basic blocks are done. So anyways, we'll take you for a little walkabout and show you some of the stuff that we've been up to. Oh, and last weekend we went to work on the engine for the big tow, the 66 Chev Viking 60 cab over. So we got her together to that point anyways. The carbon stuff is sitting on there, not bolted down yet, and got her painted up, water pump on. We got to do something with the balancer. It's got a real bad wear in the seal surface. We got it sitting down here. The starter, we got it cleaned up, painted, and it'll be put back together. We're going to work on it this weekend, but then the race truck that we're sponsoring, they had a drive shaft issue. They needed me to remachine some yokes and stuff for us, so did that yesterday. Turned into a half-a-day job. So anyways, but they got going. They were putting her back in last night. It's supposed to be racing next weekend. So anyways, we're putting an HEI distributor in that engine just for ease. It had points in it, but we're going to put HEI in just because we can. Got lots of them distributors laying around. So as far as the dividing head goes, we got our backing plate machined and bolted on. We used I actually had the right size transfer screws. They were 5/16 18, and so we put transfer screws in the back of the chuck, put it down on the backing plate we machined. That's 1 3/4 8 thread, so we actually bought a Shar's semi-machined backing plate, and then machined the outside of it down. It was 6.5 inches. We machined it down to 5 inches, and then put the shoulder on it. Then put transfer screws in, give it a thump with a soft hammer, and then drilled our holes. Everything lined up nice. So that's coming along. This is our start on our tailstock here. So we got a 4x5 5/8 plate there that we squared up on the shaper, and 1.5 inch block, 4 inches, I think it's 4 inches high thereabouts. Anyways, so we put a pointer in here so we get an idea. We're going to have lots of room to put a cross shaft. There's Murphy there doing an equipment inspection this morning, complaining about everything. It don't matter how much you scratch your ears and nothing. She talks like she's being tortured. And we got some organizing. I don't know if I showed you that or not, but we got that set of shelves loaded up now. Drill bits and reamers and all kinds of stuff there. So the south bend hasn't been seeing a lot of attention, although the shaper's back in business, running on 3-phase now. So that's what's happening this end of the shop. And of course always clean up to do. We got the coffee area upgraded here to a leather love seat, but we got to keep a blanket over it to keep some of the dirt off of it. And the dog knows not to get on it there, but the cat, you can't teach a cat not to get on a chair, I'll tell you what. But anyways, she doesn't cause too much trouble, and she catches all the wildlife in the area. So what else? Oh, we got the big welder going, and with the remote it's working pretty good. That 45 thou wire that's in it, she lays down some metal, and there's some of the test beads that we did with it there. You see she burns in pretty good. We just got a little bottle on it there. We got to get a big bottle. The little bottle's for the little MIG. And our remote mount for our flow gauge. So that's all working. Turn back into a shelf again. And then the other day a rancher come in and needed some brands made up and a brand heater, so that's what this is. He brought a bunch of material over. We did a little bit of modification. Anyways, there's the brand, 1/4 inch steel, KH. Of course it's mirror image from that side, so when you brand it on, it's going on the right shoulder, I guess. So figured the two letters together, 2 3/4 inches high, would work. And then we welded up the box. And this hole here is for a tiger torch to go into. And then back here it's got the hand rests for the 2 brands and a rest for the tiger torch handle to sit in there. And then it's got a gap at the back to let the exhaust out so the torch will burn. And setting on some legs, are splayed out a little bit, so she should be sturdy. Anyways, did that. You just got to come pick it up. And let's see, we'll step outside here. Doing the brakes on this old 79 International. It's a 1954 series S-line. Hydraulic brakes on a tandem. Oh, there's an old Tucker dog with the. He's now known as the Energy Conservation Officer now, because he's the environmental, and I've never seen a animal that could conserve energy any better than he can. So he got the title Energy Conservation Officer. Now we'll see if I don't know if you guys can see that, I guess. Yeah. Try to keep the sun behind us. Anyways, that's a little 2002 Cavalier. There's no rust on it. And a few dents and things. Somebody messed up the door there, and somebody walked on the roof. Kids had it. But it goes pretty good. We've got the head gasket on it there. She boots right along, nice, smooth, and cheap. And that's always good. So we got the cockshuck going again for the summer, because it's a good lifter but useless in the winter time. So it's running good. The little Massey's running good. So the little toes over there, he's parked for a while until we figure out what we can do with the head. And of course the cab over, big toe, is over there. And like I say, we're going to get that engine back in her this weekend, but other customers coming in. And then we picked this up. This is the new pride of the fleet right here, I'll tell you why. 1964 International 1600 3-ton. Yeah, she got the original taillights on her. Here's what people around here tell me. It was originally Gulf Fuels, which Gulf is no longer around, Canada anyways. Tank truck, fuel delivery truck. The old signs are on the door. Fellow from Waseca, which is about half an hour up the road from here, had it, and there was actually a radio license in the glove box from 1970 with his name on it. And anyways, so the old girl's going to need a little bit of work, but we already did a fair bit of work to it. She's got the 304 gas in her.